guys, it's another day. We're starting work with refurbishing these parts in-house. I'm going to be starting with this steering knuckle. So I got the new rubber there. I just wanted to show you guys the one that I was showing on a previous part. Look there how badly damaged it is. So there's our second hand but good condition one, and then this is what we're replacing. Wow, that's very bad, but yeah, let's get started with refurbishing all these parts. Okay, we're gonna begin with wire brushing this rack off to spray with E30 resistant silver. Okay guys, this is what it's looking like after wire brushing it for a while. As you can see, all the oil is now on the ground instead of on the rack. So we're going to put the rack to the side now. We're going to clean it off before we spray, just to get the last bit of the grease and stuff off. Yeah, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so the next thing is this bumper shock, which we're going to spray black. The other one is already black and doesn't need any wire brushing, so I'm going to just do the driver side. The way I know it's the driver side is it has the spot to accept the tow hook. Hey guys, this is what it looks like after being wire brushed. This is what I look after being wire brushed. And now it's ready for some black paint. And then this is the passenger side. I'm just gonna wire brush on the few spots where the rust is, otherwise it will just pop through again. And then these two can both get hit in full black. Okay, so these are the things that's ready to go. And now we're moving on to these struts, which also need to be wire brushed off before I can paint them. Almost done. Just gotta do a few more pieces, but that's the before and this is the almost done. Okay guys, the next thing we're gonna be wire brushing is this gear shifter, which is also gonna be full silver. Just gonna wire brush the little bit of dirt and oil that's on it so that it's gonna be easier to spray it. Okay guys, the rack is finally fully disassembled, so now we can spray the center, then we can put our new parts on. Word of advice to anybody that's going to be doing this job that I'm doing, which is removing the whole rack and tie rod and assembly, do so while it's still in the car. You got to loosen these size 30s, and it's so tight that if you don't have it in the car you wouldn't have the leverage. So don't be like me, do it right the first time. And then with that out, now we can finally remove the boot, which is being held by this plate, which is being held by the actual tie rod. And so while, even if your one isn't damaged like mine, it's maybe cracked, it's a big job to change this. So while you're there, might as well change it, because it's a big job to have to change it after time. So yeah, now let's move on to the next thing. Okay guys, here's all the parts that are going to be sprayed black. They're so to say ready. And we're gonna hit it with the first coat of black and see how they look. Okay guys, these are all the parts that are going to be sprayed silver, high heat silver. So let's begin. Let's put the first coat. Good morning guys, it's the next day. This is what the parts look like after 3 coats of heat resistant silver and 1 coat of clear. Very nice, very nice. Okay guys, this is what all the parts look like after 3 coats of black and 1 coat of clear, like new. Okay guys, another item has just arrived back from the pipe shop, which is all of our brand new pipes. So there's nothing wrong with the old pipes, but every part in the engine bay that isn't powder coated is going to be this electroplated, so it would look out of place if not to be the same. And also this clutch rubber line was perished, as you can see there, so a few more Ks with some high pressure would definitely have had a blowout, which we don't want. We want this car to be super reliable. So yeah, there's our new pipes to add to all of our new and shining parts. Stick to the end of the video to see it all. Okay guys, it's the next day. We're gonna start with our M20 motor. So supposedly the motor is fine, you know, but we're gonna strip it down and go through it. We're upsizing the bore, and yeah, we got some things we need to sort out on it. Anyways, everything that's silver, the covers, the thermostat housing, everything, even the front and rear main seal covers, all going to get sandblasted and powder coated, and then the block's gonna be sprayed black. So, and we're gonna electroplate all the nuts and bolts, so by the time this motor is back together, it's gonna look like it came from BMW. So yeah, let's get to stripping it down. And then our pile of parts that's gonna be sandblasted and powder coated, we're gonna put it all here, so you'll see how it looks by the end of the video, what all is going. It's mostly everything, but yeah, this head looks very lacquer inside, nice and clean. But we will make sure the centrics and all that shit is sharp, and stem seals and valves. But yeah, they'll do that by the engineers. Go. Easy as that. So this is the tensioner, and this is the water pump. They both still look good, so we're just gonna clean them up. They look like they've been replaced not too long ago, so yeah, we're gonna reuse those too. The engine mount. Now we're getting somewhere. It shows you just how bad it looks without just those 3 items. Yeah, let's carry on. Okay, the head's coming off now. So when you're taking off a head, you always start in the center and you work your way out. And when you're putting the head back on, usually your head gaskets
packaging will tell you the exact pattern, so we'll do that when we get there. But for now, start in the center, you loosen the 2 centers, and then you X your way out till the end. So yeah, we'll do that and then we'll get you guys back. Okay, now that they're all loose, now it's safe to use the impact gun if you want to. Come right off. That's what it looks like on the underside. Each cylinder, this cylinder looks like something's been going on. 2 of them are a little bit wet. I will send it to the engineer and get it sorted. Okay, this is the sub assembly with the head off. Gasket still looks good, but we're going to replace it anyways. And as you guys might have noticed, it's 320 pistons, so we are boring this block out and we're putting brand new 3 to 5 pistons in a standard 3 to 5 crank. So it's going to be 3 to 5 by the time we're done with it. But yeah, let's carry on. Let's drain the oil and strip it down to a bare block so we can get it to the engineers. Okay, so as you guys can see, we moved to the shade because we're overheating. Our head gaskets are also popping, so yeah, we're gonna strip the sub in the shade. And there's the inside. Looks like it's got a new oil pump also. And everything looks to be in order inside. So let's carry on stripping it down. And here's our oil drive shaft. Okay, and this is called an oil pressure relief valve. So when the oil pump is pumping, any extra pressure bypasses the spring and it comes back into the sump. So this is where your excess oil pump oil pressure comes back into the sump from. It's the rear main seal housing for the crankshaft. This is our front main seal cover. I damaged it a little bit removing the sprocket because I don't really have the right gear puller. That's fine. I've got a replacement of this cover which doesn't have damage, so we're going to replace this one with that one, and it's also going to be sandblasted and powder coated. Now lastly, crank and pistons, then we're done with the engine disassembly. Okay, so we're using a wooden stick to hit the piston out from the back because you don't want to be using steel because it can hurt your parts. And here's the first piston out. Okay guys, here's all the pistons out. Last and finally is all these bearing caps, and then the crank is out, then we got ourselves a bear block. Okay guys, the big end caps are off, so just to keep note of where they came from, because it is important, it does matter, because your second to last is where your thrust is, so you don't want to get that mixed up. So yeah, also just keep that in mind. Once the crank is out, put them back in their spot. There it is. So now we down to the bare block, which is what we want. Now we can send it to the engineers to up it to 2.5. Hey guys, and there you have it, full empty block ready for the engineers. Here are the parts we're not keeping, so it's the crank, the rods and the pistons. We're going to be changing to all 325, and then these are all of our parts that are going for powder coating. All of these things here gonna be like new. Now our head is also going with the block to engineering, and then here's all of our nuts and bolts. So guys, as you take a thing off, just write the name of it and put it in there. It really helps with putting it back together. And also we're gonna be electroplating all the nuts and bolts, because we really want it to look nice when it's done. So yeah, this is our pile to go to the engineers and sandblasting. Okay guys, it's like 2 weeks later, but here is the moment you all have been waiting for. Bam! All of these new parts. So some of the stuff is sandblasted, some of it is powder coated, some of it is electroplated. Some of the stuff I did myself because it's got bearings and seals and what have you that can't be baked in an oven, because that's what you gotta do if you powder coating, which most of the stuff is. Starting on this side, here's all of our black. It's our tow bar. You saw in the previous video how it looked. That's how it looks now. It looks like new. It's our subframe. Here's our banana branches, our anti-sway bar, all of our pulleys, our wiper arm, our rail, our breather pipe, a few brackets for the engine bay, even our door handles we redid, and then our control arm. So keep in mind, this is all of our engine bay stuff, so it's suspension and engine parts here. So these are original arms, but I refurbished them and put Dunlop joints and bushes all around. And then here is the chrome silver I was telling you guys about. So this is what normal silver looks like, and then this is the chrome silver. My heart was broken to have to choose what I wanted to have, chrome silver and normal silver, because I wanted it to all be this chrome silver, but we didn't have enough powder. So at least what is in the eyes is chrome silver. We even split the alternator to give it also that chrome silver look. So all the things that's in your eye vision is going to be chrome silver, and then everything on the bottom side is just a normal silver. There's the rear main seals, the alternator bracket, engine brackets, the plate between the gearbox and the engine, the springs, and then here is our hand sprayed stuff that has bearings and seals and stuff that we didn't want to send to the sandblasting. And then here is the star of all the stuff, which is the electroplated parts. So these are also 1-2 parts on the motor that's just going to complement all the rest, and the brake lines, which is just coincidentally also electroplated, so it all works out. And then some of the things are already electroplated, so we didn't want them to have electroplated bolts also, so we got some black and silver just to break it up. Here is our complete gasket set for the whole engine. Everything we need should be here. Fuel pressure regulator, which is also funnily enough electroplated, which matches with all the rest. Fuel filter, and I've got two oil filters, so one is for starting up, and then after we dyno the vehicle we're gonna change oil and put another filter. And then I know I sprayed the other tensioner and stuff, but somebody actually gifted me, they gave me this brand new tensioner, so at least I didn't even have to put the second hand one back in. And then lastly, the timing belt. So yeah guys, if you like what you see, please like, share, and most importantly subscribe, because it helps us to carry on with this build and to build more, because my dream is to build plenty more, and it's free to do. So please guys, stay tuned for the next video.